When you do go, bring a gay friend.
I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this. Yeah. Right?
It's like there's an agenda to eradicate masculine men. What is this war against men? I just can't understand it. Why does a straight man need to confide in a feminine man for anything? Let's normalize men being men. The agenda you're pushing, it's not working. People are not falling for that anymore. Not even people in that community. It's not cool. I'm raising a young man, and I want him to be just that, a young man. He can go to his father, his uncle, his cousins, or any other masculine man to get the answers that he needs. He doesn't need to confide in a man who can't even relate to the issues he's going through.
Now, I just be dipped in and rolled in breadcrumbs, because I know damn well I just didn't hear Obama say what the I heard him say. Now, I'm glad Mr. Obama is taking time out and spending time and doing the podcast together. But I just know I didn't hear Mr. Obama Sr. say what he said. This man had the audacity to say that he believed young men would be a lot better if they had a prideful man in their life. If you know what I mean by prideful, that's just me trying not to get community guidelines. He said a lot of these young men need a prideful man in their lives to expose them to other things that they might have not seen from a regular man like they daddy. So they need a prideful man in their life to show them the other side of the world. But what the is Obama talking about?
What's going on, guys? Thank you for continuing to support the channel. Former President Barack Hussein Obama, I mean, I don't know if he's ever beaten the allegations. All right, we've all heard the rumors about former First Lady Michelle Obama.
And do you think that the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman president?
We already have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a trans.
I'm sorry, she's a what?
A transgender. We all know.
Oh my God.
And a lot of people would argue that Barack Obama's biggest legacy was not his civil rights movement for black people, but his civil rights movement for the alphabet community, which I have absolutely no problem with. You live your life however you want to, but also allow regular masculine men to live their lives. It seems like the left has some obsession with tearing down masculinity, and that is a big reason why they lost the election the way they did among young men. They have alienated young men. If you act like a man, do things that regular men do, they consider it toxic. And Barack Obama is no different. I have a few clips of the former president appearing on his wife's podcast, the In My Opinion podcast, where she hosted alongside her brother, Craig Robinson. I think that he came on the platform because there's been a lot of rumors circulating that since the 2024 election, Barack and Michelle Obama haven't been seen together too often. Some people were speculating that they were getting a divorce. Other rumors were saying that, you know, as far as I heard, Barack Obama was even dating the actress Jennifer Aniston. I don't know if any of that's true. All of that is alleged, but I think he made this appearance on her podcast to try to quiet some of those people from what they were saying. I promise I'm going to get to the clip, but what is it with Democrat men? All right, now Barack Obama. We just saw Governor Gavin Newsom appear on the Sean Ryan podcast where he was photographed sitting similarly to this. Like, y'all don't have a pair of beach balls in between it? Like, how is this even possible? And then he got his arm on it, putting even more weight. I don't know.
Let me stop and say very special. Someone near and dear.
This is the episode that everyone's been waiting for.
Because
with bated breath, because we have my brother-in-law, husband,
my man,
the former president of the United States.
He made time in his busy schedule
he's
to
just
come on
so
IMO.
busy.
We are just so grateful. We have the former president of the United States. We are honored
to have.
Quick question. Is her brother part of the alphabet community too? Because I don't know. That's just the vibes I get from these clips. What do y'all think?
Barack Obama join us.
Barack Obama, can you join us on
Come
our
on
set?
out here, brother.
Welcome to IMO. Look at you.
Wait, you
Y'all believe that? Y'all believe that?
wait, you guys like each other?
Oh yeah, really, huh?
That's so
The
nice.
rumor mill.
Yo, peep this. Came in with the extra masculine dap up.
Oh yeah, really, huh?
That's so
The
nice.
rumor
Made sure to get that smack. Made sure to get the bring him in for the hug.
mill. It's my husband, y'all.
She took me back.
Now don't start.
I can't.
It was touch and go for a while.
It's so nice to have you both in the same room together.
I know, because
To me, this just seems forced, you know. And President Obama, all right, I'm not gonna talk too much about the blouse you're wearing and that you ain't got on any socks with your sneakers. But what the hell is up with this pose, man? You are the former president of the United States of America, and this is how you sitting? It looked like this is how you squatting down on the toilet to take a piss. Here's a little fun moment that was captured behind the scenes prior to them actually recording the podcast. Let's check it out.
Who was born in America? Who went to P. Diddy freak-offs? Who hates white people the most? Who gives better head? Who has STD? Who drowned the chef? Who hates America? Who has a bigger penis? Who was born in America?
All right. Now, obviously, that was fake. That was AI. All right. It was just funny, but that was not real.
And that's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
one dad.
One dad. No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be
like
everything.
he can't be everything. And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant.
You had a gay professor, and that's cool and everything. But what was the relationship like? Was this some grooming type of professor? Because now we see within our education system in the United States, it is creeping with Speedos. It is creeping and crawling, and it's not a particular profile. Okay, it's male, female, young, old, middle-aged, married, single, parent, non-parent. It's everything. I don't know how they've infiltrated the education system the way they have. But was this professor the same thing? And anytime you had anything to say about that community, he would be there to check you, to make sure that you were indoctrinated, and obviously it paid off, because remember, when Barack Obama was the president, remember what he did to the White House.
You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group, so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
I don't understand why this is the hill that Obama wants to metaphorically die on. Huh? He's saying every group of guys needs a gay whisperer. You need somebody in the group to let everybody stay in touch with their feelings. Like, I don't understand. Maybe this is because he was raised by his grandmother. Do we have any pictures of Barack Obama as a child playing sports or anything? Maybe this dude was just inside knitting with his grandma or something like that to say, this is what men need. And even when young boys are like, how young are we talking about in these friends groups? Because even when young boys are 12, 13, 14, you might know the kid in the group that's a little bit, yeah. But, I mean, y'all might joke about it, but nobody's really focused on that. I don't understand. And I don't know how young he's talking about in these friends groups, but it's only one political side that I ever hear sexualizing children. Okay, we just went through 4 years where, a little 2-year-old girl could be a boy and a boy could be non-binary and all of that. And this is the man that ushered it all in. And here he is saying, hey, potentially, because this is what I'm taking it as, he could have had some grooming done to him. And therefore, it's okay for other young boys to be groomed, regardless of if Barack Obama has a white mom, because remember, he is mixed, and there have been reports that his family has at some point owned slaves in America. But people are willing. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. The program that I used to record on, it just conked out on me. I don't know what happened. But anyway, instead of Barack Obama saying that these young men need coaches and fathers and brothers and uncles and godfathers and pastors and preachers and reverends and positive influences in their life. Before he says anything like that, this is what the former president of the United States is saying all men need. They need a gay man within their vicinity to, I guess, keep them more in touch with their feelings. Like, I don't know. Barack Obama, he want men that sit down to piss like him. Sit down and sitting in the chair like him and Gavin Newsom with their legs crossed. Like, yo, y'all have not learned from the 2024 election. You guys have not fixed your messaging at all. The Democrats don't care much about families. They don't care much about masculinity. All they care about is the alphabet people and women and DEI. To me, in my opinion. That's why I had to leave the Democrat Party a few years ago. Because what are y'all offering to anybody besides identity politics? The only black people that are useful to them are the ones like Jasmine Crockett, spreading fear to anybody that she comes in contact with. They only want useful idiots, and Barack Obama, we saw how terribly he did on the Kamala Harris campaign trail when he called out specifically brothers for not turning out for, quote unquote, the sister, Kamala Harris. They are so out of touch with reality and the regular man, the regular people that, hey, continue doing what you guys doing. Continue to alienate people with sense from the Democrat Party. In closing, what do you think about former President Barack Obama appearing on the former First Lady Michelle Obama's podcast, in my opinion? Do you think that this was real, that this was a genuine interaction? Do you think it was just to calm the rumors down online that were saying, where is President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama? Why haven't they been seen together? Because remember, at former President Jimmy Carter's funeral, remember, former President Barack Obama was there by himself. Okay, there was no Michelle Obama. There were rumors circulating. Are they on good terms? Are they getting a divorce? You see them right here. Do you feel like this was an actual, genuine interaction between a loving husband and wife? He gives her a little peck on the cheek. No types of real love. Do you think that they're just trying to keep their life more private? They're no longer in the public eye, so there's no need for them to be making all of these appearances together. And what do you think about what Obama had to say about young men having gay men being in their friend circle? That it helps to teach young men how to be empathetic, how to be sympathetic, how to just be in tune with their feelings. That you should have a guy in your circle, that allows you to cry on his shoulder, while y'all watching a movie like The Notebook or whatever it is that they watch. I don't know. Personally, I think that this war on masculinity needs to end. Okay? Allow men to be men. Okay, and listen, in some circles, there are gay men and straight men, and they get along just fine. And every gay man isn't going to be super in touch with his feelings. There are gay men that take great pride in being masculine men. And this agenda that they're trying to push, you know, I mean, is anyone surprised? A lot of people have said Barack Obama's biggest donation to society was the civil rights that he gave the alphabet community. You know, and let me say again, I don't have a problem with anybody. I love everybody. We're just reporting on it. And what my problem is the war on men, the war on masculinity. And it's always coming from one side. But who knows? I'm sure that there's somebody that's going to call me a homophobe, you know, even though I'm not afraid of people that decide that they want to be homosexual. The same way we have no problem propping up women is the same thing it should be for men. I'm not about tearing down one to build up the other. You know, men and women in this world have to coexist, the masculine with the feminine, the yin with the yang. Nah, but all jokes aside, I hope former President Barack and Obama and his wife Michelle, nothing but the best in all of their affairs, their marriage affairs. And, you know, they at least gave us something wonderful to look up to, seeing a black family in the White House. And for that, I'll be forever indebted. But that's all I really got to say for now. If you have anything extra to add, or if you want to tell me I'm just, you know, completely bugging out, let me know whatever in the comment section. Till the next video, y'all, please be safe out here.